You hear a lot about England when you're growing up, and all of the characters of your childhood come from here. Alice in Wonderland, Winnie the Pooh, Ratty and Mole from The Wind and the Willows. So your whole imagination is taken up by little strange characters that all live in England. So you can imagine that when we grow up, we want to come here and see them all, you know. And every year, and when we come over here, so really just playing music for a living is an excuse to come over and search for Winnie the Pooh every year. But anyhow, so another thing that we've borrowed from you all is your books, because you have such incredible stories when you become an adult and you start to read. Well, of course, you get to read Jane Austen, don't you, and Charles Dickens. And I read a book by Elizabeth Gaskell, and it gave me a way of writing about my own aunt. My Aunt Lindy got married when she was 14. And she went to work in Galax, Virginia, where the famous Fiddlers Convention is. Some of you may have heard of Galax. And there was a cotton mill there. And my Aunt Lindy started working in the cotton mill when she was 15 years old. And I always wanted to write a song about her because she did a wonderful thing for me. When I was a little girl, she gave me a yellow plastic sewing box, all full of thread and needles and scissors and thimbles. And I learned how to sew. And I carry that with me wherever I go. Back there with the CDs, you'll see little miniature quilts on postcards, and I made those quilts, and my Aunt Lindy got me started. So anyhow, I wanted to write a song about cotton mill workers, but I was having trouble thinking of just exactly what to say, and I got some help from Miss Elizabeth Gaskell, who wrote North and South. So see, I owe that to you as well. And of course, if you haven't read North and South, some of you may have seen Richard Armitage playing Mr. Thornton on the BBC. So, anyway, there's a great character in North and South named Bessie, and she's a mill worker, and of course she's not very well because she has brown lung. And it's her perspective that I take in this song. And she imagines that if she could only live in the country, then she would be able to get fruit for free from the trees, never imagining that a farmer owns those trees. She just thinks of the country where you can get all of your food for free and live in a green space. And of course she doesn't realize that those spaces are also owned, but that's how she sees it. So I wrote this song in honor of my Aunt Lindy, who lives in Galax, Virginia, and also in honor of all the great English authors who have given us so much pleasure and enjoyment when we sit down to read a book. This is called The Mill Hurries On. Of course, you've had these mills here in Tamworth, cotton mills, where they laid the calico cloth out on the Bailey, I read today. So I thought this would be appropriate for this very place. Oh, the cotton flew around us like an alien in the snow, having no way to melt. In our lungs it did go, and there made its home like an unwelcome guest, till it grew, and it grew so it could not take breath. There are trees in the country that give fruit for free, not belonging to you or belonging to me. No free thing can grow in a cotton mill town. So to work we must go, child, let us go down. The machines, they did roar, they made my head ache, but I could not take rest nor make a mistake, for the wages I earned, though meager alone, been put with my family's preserved our dear home. There are trees in the country that give fruit for free, not belonging to you or belonging to me. No free thing can grow in a cotton mill town, so to work we must go, child, let us go down. Way down in my dreams lived a devil well dressed. He counted his money with his foot on my chest. I knew that my fever told a story well known. I am no longer, and the mill hurries on. There are trees in the country that give fruit for free, not belonging to you or belonging to me. No free thing can grow in a cotton mill town, so to work we must go, child, let us go down. There are trees in the country that give fruit for free, not belonging to you or belonging to me. No free thing can grow in a cotton mill town, so